Hi guys, welcome to the recording for the week of the April 1st. Going to be doing this as the recorded session, as I said, no live Zoom session this week, just going to be a quick overview actually, since you guys just finished a big project on ending on the 25th, handing in that final draft of Essay 1 and then the reading journals and annotations. I know some of you were behind on some of those things. We'll talk about some of that next week, not this week coming up, but next Thursday. On the 8th, I believe it is. We'll talk a little bit about those of you who are still having issues getting completed. Remember, we have to have some extenuating circumstances for me to accept the late work and those kinds of things. I know that some of you are dealing with some unusual circumstances, and those of you who have opened up communication with me, I'm doing my best to try and make accommodations on some of these things, guys, but it's getting towards the end of the road here, and we need to make sure that these things are covered. Try and make sure that you guys are actually getting the work in. I got a couple of you falling behind, and that needs to be addressed if we're going to make it through the end of the term. Okay, so anyways, this week is pretty simple. We're starting over on a new writing assignment here, and we're talking about pre-writing of the common essay. So we went through talking about last week, we introduced the concept of having themes for our topic here, and we're going to be writing some themes down and working into a pre-writing setup. It seems a little bit complicated, but it's actually fairly simple once you guys get into it. So for last week, you guys finished, as I said, here with the reading journals and the annotations and the Essay 1 final draft. This week, finishing up through 243, and then this evening up through 261, break at the bottom there. Supplemental readings, we're going over subject-verb agreement and subject-verb agreement exercises. As I said before, make sure you go through those. The exercises portion will be good for a lot of you who are still having an issue in some of the punctuation errors with the subject-verb agreement errors on getting the verbs correct with those subjects. It's just a quick overview again, stuff you guys have kind of covered already in some of the sentence skills earlier on in the readings. The Prepare Essay 2. The review of the Dropbox files, Essay 2 topic and pre-writing. I'm going to take you through that right now. Get caught up on all reading journals and annotations, and then this weekend you're just going to complete that pre-writing and get it in by Monday at 11:30. And then next week we'll discuss the outline portion. So as long as you're able to put in the primary criteria here for this weekend, again, I'll take you through that here in a second in the Dropbox. You'll just be going through reading and finishing up next week with Tuesday on the 6th, going up through 285, and then you'll be done with the book. So then this week you're chart 5 on reading journals, chart 6 next week, and the week after will be chart 7, will be the final week. So this week right now we're working on 245 through 261. Like I said, just starting over again on pre-writing into the next assignment. You just completed an essay. You're moving into the one that's going to be your final major paper for the term, and you'll have a reflective letter at the end. I want to point out now that everybody notes that at the end of the term, we'll be finalizing both this essay and reflective letters around the same time. Reflective letters fairly simple. We'll talk about that when we get there. But the final day of class, you'll be submitting these, will be the final day for you to submit both those finalized papers. There can't be anything past this date. No late submissions will be accepted after this. The 29th is the last day, and I have to have grades in within 48 hours. So back up here to this week, though. This week, as I said, should be fairly simple for most of you. You're just reading and continue on with the reading journals and your annotations in the book. You've just submitted a bunch of stuff, and now we're looking at pre-writing for Essay 2. So hopefully you've looked this over, so I'm reviewing this with you. Now in Essay 2, we're going to be writing about the themes that were in Born a Crime. I'm going to give fair warning again. I mentioned this before, and I'm going to cover this a couple of times while we're finalizing this. Don't go online looking for sourcing or help with this, guys. I know that there's stuff in study guides available. It all pops up as plagiarism in our system, so don't use anything external. Use your own ideas in your own writing. So, a theme is a central topic, subject, or message expressed by the author throughout the work. In this instance, Trevor Noah has introduced themes like love, race, segregation, culture, family, friendship, trust, abuse, faith, etc. In your class, we have talked about most of these. In your class, I think we've talked a good deal about identity as a theme. He talks about figuring out who he is and those kinds of things. Love, there's been both the love between him and his mom and his romantic love, and then the love with his father, Robert, those kinds of things. When something comes up repeatedly throughout the book, that's called a theme, something that he touches on. You guys have also had, we've touched on segregation and apartheid. Identity has been a really big one. Love has been a really big one. For your guys' class, we've talked a good deal about how important language was. He talks about language a great deal throughout the book, the importance of language and knowing languages. So those are common themes. In this essay, each student will be exploring some of the themes that have resonated with them as they read the book. We'll discuss these themes as a class, and students can each write about similar topics, but each student will be writing their own analysis of the themes in the body paragraphs of the essay, and providing MLA formatted quotes from the book to support claims made by their analysis. We'll get to all that. You're going to do this in the pre-writing format on the form that's provided, but you're also going to be working from this basic pre-writing stage into the outlining stage and draft 1 are both going to be the sort of crucial steps here. This is just you guys organizing your ideas. Remember that this is third person only now. It's going to be objective. No use of I, we, me, you, your, any of those first or second person. Everything's going to be third person. There are no contractions allowed. Make sure you get those out of your work. No contracted forms. This applies to all stages here, pre-writing of the from pre-writing into the final drafting stages for Essay 2. The items have been addressed in instructions and feedback throughout the term. Now students need to begin addressing these issues in their own work. The first stage of this common essay process is once again pre-writing, just like it was for the first one. For this part, you're going to follow these instructions. You're going to download your rubric and the pre-writing worksheet of Essay 2 Common Essay, Born a Crime, Themes. Once downloaded, read and follow all directions. Here's the Common Essay rubric, and then here's the pre-writing worksheet. Keep the pre-writing worksheet on your device. Make sure you read this over, guys. Remember, nothing handwritten. Everything must be done on the document. If you download it to your, this is just talking about once it's on your machine. If you guys have it on your device and you're not using Microsoft Office, you're going to have to still export as Word so that you can keep the formatting correct. Also, remove my examples from the pre-writing before you put in your own. Okay, you can frame yours kind of using mine as guide rules, but still want to write your own. Okay, now the rubric itself is right here. Download this rubric. As soon as it opens for me. Is it gonna open for me? Oh, there we go. Okay, you can ignore fall of 21. It should say winter on there. The topic here is the book Born a Crime, Stories of South African Childhood by Trevor Noah offers his reader a variety of engaging themes as he explores his life and upbringing in post-apartheid South Africa. In a well-developed essay citing specific examples from the book, discuss some of the major themes presented throughout the book. Now, we're going to return to this portion here next week on April 8th when we talk about the outline, when we start making our intro paragraph. In essence, you're going to have a thesis statement that turns this rubric prompt around into a directive statement. So you'll say something like, there were a number of major themes presented throughout the book Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, right? Take the primary information, just reverse it back to the author. So again, review. A theme is a central topic, subject, or message expressed by the author throughout the work. We've discussed this in class. Several of those ones, like I said, your class, language, identity, and love were 3 big ones. You have a number of them, though. In this instance, Trevor Noah has introduced themes like love, race, etc. In this essay, each student will be exploring some of the themes that have resonated with them as they read the book. So the final paper will be a minimum, it's actually 3, is going to be our requirement. It's going to be 3.5. I'll have that on the rest of the stuff as we go through, though. MLA formatting of everything is required. Essay must be in third person. These are all just the basics we've touched on. Well-written essay will begin with a thesis. Like throughout the book, Trevor Noah introduces a number of engaging themes like love, identity. Sorry about that, guys. That paused on me for a second. Didn't mean that. Like love, identity, and language. A good essay should begin each body paragraph with a topic sentence that supports the actual theme of the thesis of the paper. Makes use of appropriate transitions, includes the MLA formatting, works cited if necessary. We'll talk about that at the end of the term. Follows quote formatting. We'll talk about this next week with our outlining. Remains on topic from beginning to end. Has been edited to address sentence level issues. So, that is your rubric. This is the basics for that. We want today to focus on the pre-writing worksheet. Okay. Next week, we'll be going back to that rubric so that we can take a look at that in more detail. For right now, you guys need to just know these portions. You're writing about themes, so the pre-writing requirements. At the top of each body paragraph below, write a topic sentence indicating a theme from the book you will explore. The first two are included as examples down there. Make sure that you remove all sample sentences before completing your own. So, the first one here, one theme that resonated throughout the book was apartheid and the systemic reach of its policies. That's a pretty complicated one. You could just say was apartheid or the impacts of apartheid if that was going to be a theme you were going to use. And then here, below that, next you're going to include at least 8 full sentences describing 8 different examples of this theme in the book. So, here, now, these aren't even specific enough. I took these from students from before using examples. I would also want you guys to include the Sorry, it froze on me again, guys. Include chapter and example of location if you can. Try and make these as specific as you can, right? So in chapter 7, Trevor Noah's talking to his mom, and he talks about such and such policy. That's an example of the apartheid. The effects of apartheid, whatever it's going to be. Try and be very specific. 8 examples from the book that represent your theme. 8 sentences that talk about if you pick love, it'd be 8 sentences that talk about where love is part of the theme popping up throughout the book. Here, down below this, after you give me 8 places in the book where you're pointing to those examples, the next thing you need to do is include at least 5 directly quoted passages that demonstrate the theme and support your ideas. So, if you have 8 statements here that you're pointing to specific spots in the book where your theme is represented, let's say it's apartheid, and you find 8 places in the book where apartheid is mentioned, or the effects of it, right? How the environments are set up, their economy, all those kinds of things. Down here, you'd actually go to those sections of your book and take out the quote from that section and include at least 5 of them for the 8 that are up here. So 8 of these are going to have 5 of this 8 are going to have direct quotes that represent them down here. So 8 statements about where the theme is present in the book. If it's love, right, you might say stuff about the chapters about his mother and him and Robert, him and the girls that he had crushes on, those kinds of things. And then to explain or defend your ideas, down here you're going to have 5 quotes that point to 5 of these 8. So you're going to have 3 of them that don't need direct quotes. Okay, so you're going to have at least 5 quotes for the 8 sentences. Make sure they're all full sentences, everything included, 8 direct from the book, and then support your ideas with those quotes. The template should be downloaded and filled out once again. Here's a restatement of what the theme is. Use the author, Noah or Trevor Noah. Don't refer to him as Trevor. Remove all examples again before you start completing this. So, your topic sentences about what theme you want to discuss in each one. 8 statements about exactly where you find examples of it in the book. Down here, quotes for 5 of these 8. You're going to repeat that for 3 body paragraphs. So in addition to the theme mentioned above, another prominent theme in the book is the importance of language, maybe, and then 8 sentences about places in the book that talk about the importance of language, and then 5 quotes that support that, and you repeat it for body 3. Okay? If you got questions, email me. Again, I'm going to be out for the majority for the next couple of days, so I will try and keep in contact, but I will check, and then we will reconvene next Thursday. I'll look forward to seeing these guys. Talk to you later. Bye.